Constitution, in Section 4 of the Constitution 1999, as amended, it clearly defines the role, the responsibility of a legislator, which we are saddled with the responsibility of making laws. And the second is representation, the third one is oversight. So that is our defined roles and boundaries within the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So we are equally going to limit ourselves based on these defined roles and boundaries. We are to make laws. The executive is there to implement the laws, and of course the judiciary is there to interpret the laws. So asking me how we will do or what we will do to make sure what we are doing in the 10th Assembly or any other assembly have a light and our people benefit from it. It's very simple. The executive is there to execute the laws that we are making. Like the motion that I moved is an infrastructural motion. So it's left for the executive to look at it and include it in the 2024 appropriation bill and pass it into law. We will equally pass it into law. Then they select the contractors or whoever that they want to make sure that thing is fixed and our people enjoy it. So there is clear definition, defined roles and responsibility. We will not step into the executive, and I don't expect the executive to step into our own ring, and the judiciary, of course.
The right of the oversight functions is very unique, and that has to be done by colleagues.
Okay, Honorable Sir, currently this issue of subsidy that is ravaging the country has become the talk of the town. So I would like to know what's your take, what's your position? Nigerians are crying. Hardship, hardship, hardship. As a lawmaker, what do you think should be preferred to where we find ourselves?
Thank you very much for that very important question. Yes, the president, in his wisdom, on the 29th of May, openly declared and announced to the entire world that the subsidy that has been with us for about over 10 years was no longer visible, was no longer possible for the country to sustain the inclusion of subsidy in our petroleum products. And of course, before now, you know that it was only the petrol, the PMS, premium motor spirit, that was enjoying subsidy long ago on DPK and diesel and kerosene. We're no longer enjoying subsidy. And of course, it takes a great leader, a leader that wants to sacrifice or endure the pains of today for the benefit, for the everlasting benefits of tomorrow. The closest example I normally use is, no matter how desperate a couple wants to have a child or babies or children, they must necessarily wait for at least a minimum of 9 months. And having gotten to 9 months, which is the third trimester, you must at least look into the four walls of the labor room. And you must equally be able to endure the pains of labor. For maybe a short moment, there comes the everlasting joy of having a bouncing baby boy or a baby girl, or maybe a twins or a triplet. So what Nigeria is going through right now is what we needed to go through maybe like 10 years ago. But we only postponed the evil day, but the evil day cannot live with us forever. Somebody must take the pain. Somebody must take the responsibility of saying, thus far have we gone, no further shall we go. I stumbled on a document some 2-3 days back, that for the first time in the history of Nigeria, we may likely end up sharing from the Federation account that is close to trillions to the subnationals. Where did the money come from? It's from the removal of subsidy. The money that we would have spent, maybe give to a few people that claims to import petroleum products into our country. Those money have been harnessed and is going to send back to the state governors. So it is now incumbent on the state governors to make sure when this money comes, the people within their territories are equally benefit from it. The local government areas, local government chairmen are equally doing to do their best to make sure this money gets to them. And if you look at the idea about subsidy, before now, we never knew the total consumption of premium motor spirit in Nigeria. But as a result of the removal of subsidy, we can say for certainty that this is indeed what we are consuming in this country. And look at it, the fact that the National Petroleum NNPCL has equally licensed so many people to equally bring in this product into Nigeria. It therefore means what we are clearly witnessing is a display of the forces of demand and supply that interacts to make sure the prices that we are currently paying for premium motor spirit is at that level. But then the executive equally have a role to play, because if you look at the exchange rate equally plays an important role in what has given rise to the high cost of premium motor spirit right now, which I will expect from the CBN level, the interaction of monetary and fiscal policy to come together and see how we can tame this thing. It is doable. It is actually doable. What we are witnessing in Nigeria today is man-made. It's man-made, and what man has made, man can unmade. So I want to give it to this administration. Let's just be patient with this current administration and allow them to settle in. Let the minister come in, let the CBN governor come in, and let the insecurity, pocket of insecurity there and there be tamed, be nipped to the bud. Let our farmers have a full control of their farmland. Let the agricultural product comes in. We are not going to feel the impact much. So that is what I can say for now. Let Nigerians be patient. Yes, it's painful that at the removal of subsidy, the petroleum product skyrocketed to about 517 naira or 70 naira. And just 2-3 days ago, it jumped to 617 naira. Yes, it's painful. It's painful, but it is our country. We must bear the pains. Even we at the National Assembly, we are equally bearing the pains. Right now in my office, the computer and the laptop, your printer you are seeing, I bought them. I've not been given. There is none. I've not been given. So that's the truth. The locks here in this office, I had to use my money to fix it. The CCTV camera is not working. It needs to be maintained. I had to fix my tap using my own pocket money to do it. Because we are equally feeling the brunt of it. We are equally buying the fuel. Do not forget, no official vehicle has been given to us. So we are equally sharing in the pains and the sufferings that every single Nigeria is going through. So I really feel your pains. But then what can we do? Please let us hang in there and give our country a chance to breathe. For the first time, this will make sure our refineries are fixed. And right now, people are even talking about converting their engines, PMS engine, to CNG, gas. That is another area on tap. And if you look at gas, we have it in abundance here. We are not going to import gas into Nigeria. So there is something is given birth to something. If subsidy was not removed, we will not even think outside the box of thinking of converting our engines into alternatives. So if you go to a filling station, you have alternatives whether to go for gas or to go for PMS or to even go for diesel. So it's a necessity. Let's embrace it.
Now, please, Honorable.